The next 20 cup. Here we go. So how does this work? Also, I can definitely tell you, if you want to join, do it. You can win. Everyone can win in this cup. We will play here on 4 different maps, 8 rounds each. And in each round, your goal is to go to finish as close as possible to a 20.000 time. That is the goal. The 5 closest players to this time will score points, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we will play until a point limit of 50 points. But if you hit the exact time 20.000 on the 1000, if that happens, then you immediately win the cup. Immediately. Yeah, so I have here my strategy on how to do this. I should be rather consistent on this map. I need to, of course, get closer than what I drove last time. I'm actually making good points with this. I mean, if the server was a bit more full, I would probably not score very well with this. Like in earlier seasons of this cup, also with 600s behind, you often didn't score a point. You needed to be closer than that. That's too late. Ah. Yes, Virtual also participated here once or twice, maybe even 3 times. I should actually start driving a bit earlier now. Every single time I was too late. That was a bit dumb so far. I'm not getting points with 400s. But I kinda knew that I was too early, but I didn't want to release now. Like, I wanted to see what it is. Because it's always a shit feeling when you release and then you're overshooting the time. And then you think, man, if I would have gone just full speed, it would have been better, you know? So I didn't want to ruin it. But yeah, the next times I know now a little bit. I have now a bit of a feeling. Again, I'm 6th place. Again, the first one to not score a point. This is 3 rounds in a row, right? That I'm... I actually wanted to release at the finish, but my thumb was stuck on the acceleration button. That was so stump. Like I exactly knew what I wanted to do. I knew I was a bit too fast. And then I was not able to release. Oh man. Someone finished already. Okay, Womfitin is the first one. That is only 1000 off. And then everyone writes ha in the in-game chat. So there's also an automatic message with a ha. I only scored 1 point, right? Like, I was actually now really close, but I've only scored 1 point. Like, it is a bit luck-based with this point system, because not everyone gets points. This was a bit too late. No, it wasn't. Look at this! 18,000 and only third. Like, you need to be there in the right moment, you know? That is always the thing. Like, it is, especially when Virtual joined this and we were like 100 players on the server, it was very luck-based to get into the top 5. Because I was, for example, extremely consistent in that edition where Virtual played. I was always only 300-400s away, but you didn't score a point. With 100 people on the server, 300s away is not a top 5 result, you know? So it was very important that you score these extremely good results where you have where you're super close. Oh, that was good. Also it's basically... It was basically the case that your top results decided there and not your average. Someone that basically was like 3 times in a row, like over 3/10 away from hitting the perfect time, but then in one round he hits it almost perfect, he scores more points than someone that is always 300s away. No, because it's only the top 5 getting points here. So with 100 players on the server, there's of course also a huge chance with 100 players that there will be players getting the perfect time. No? With more players, the chance of that is of course increasing massively. It's 9.4. .3. I guess that this would be even a bit faster. I guess I have to like 10.8 or something. Guys. Almost. Okay, I kinda expected it. I mean, to be honest, I could drive this map also completely different. Because we have the time to do it. But since I have now a setup, I don't want to change. Would be good. Yeah, the problem is when you change the setup, you lose one round where you could score. But the other setup would be very similar. It would be a bit better anyways still. But we move on with this now. So basically the other setup would be what I did on the first map. I just stand in front of this finish, somewhere on that platform straight, and start driving from a certain line at a certain time. We have enough time to do that. The thing is that here, with what I'm doing right now, of course it matters like how good do I drive, no? I'm still close. Like it's basically the difference between you start at a certain time and just go straight versus you start at a certain time and you still have to do these corners where you can of course drive a little bit faster or slower depending on how inside you get them. But the thing is that I can also, when I see I'm too early, I can change my lines. And drive a bit slower on purpose, you know. It would be of course better when I find a setup where I have to start driving exactly on a second. Because here it's something like 10.8 or something. So now I have to go further outside, but yeah, how outside do I go? Yeah, this was hard to... This was difficult now to hit. Because I definitely was too early. So I had to go a bit wider, but also tough to judge then how much it is. I started too late, I need mega insight. Yeah, was too late. One fit in again 1000. I'm a rocket man. Oh my god, here's a check. 3.2 seconds. $16.8. No, this shit. It's not a good setup, guys. I have to get rid of this setup because of the tilted road. Can I? Can I turn around here actually? Yeah. You have a bit more time like this. Let's figure out a different finish. Okay, I could take this one. But I need a bit more time. We need one more round to get a feeling. Okay, I need to start at 16.3. The time is pretty short though. 16.3 is the time to start. I don't have much time, however, to line up the car. That's tough. It's hard. It is hard, guys. It is hard. 1000 again. TV. TM. There's not enough time to reach this finish. So it's also a bad setup. Haven't gotten a single setup yet. To the old one again. I was trying, I was too early, I didn't really remember the time. I was trying now to just release and make it by feeling. That is of course also possible. And just go by feeling. Do we just go for that? Just feeling based? Yeah, I think we do that. Hard off, yeah. Also it is around 16 something and then I will release in front of the finish. Oh, scheiße. Dude, I haven't scored a single point on this map yet. Ah, Pisarco's there. Oh. At the very start, I also had one other idea on this map. But not going for that now. Hey, I do make points. Yeah, thanks. See ya. The longer I need to reach the point limit, the higher also the chance that someone gets the perfect time. 2 points again. I mean, at least something. Like the others are also not scoring now. We have now 28 players on the server, by the way. Server filled up a bit. And that was definitely a very poor performance, a very bad map for me. Like, no setup that I tried worked here. What the heck? Oh man. Am I going wrong in the start? Ah, yeah, I do go wrong. No, this is also bad. I guess, what do we do? Also the reactor is of course anyway very annoying to have, because you don't know when it runs out. I have to go into a different finish, because this up finish there I cannot really judge at all. Basically on this map, to be honest, it doesn't have a strategy. The only strategy that you can go for is literally driving. Something like this. Actually, a lucky round for me. The top 3 are actually very close to the perfect time, and I'm 700s behind and still only 1 place first. Since everyone is finishing around 20 seconds, there's also no time to check out the map with camera 7 again. That's always a bit annoying. No, that was too bad. This is not a nice finish to finish with. Because uphill and jump, like it's hard to find a good way. Can also do this turn. This is better. If I'm fast enough, I can do this turn. This is easier to judge than this uphill. So we basically just go for the last finish on the road. We drive the full race. He built this map in a way that there is literally not a good strategy otherwise. There's just nothing. Like the standard things that I often do, that were very easy on the first 2 maps today, they just do not work here. Oh god, I'm too slow! What the heck? You cannot reach this. How good does your run have to be to reach this in time? Okay, so this is also not really an option. Okay, this is something we can try, Chalky. Or how about... Nein! Ah, RIP. That was not intended. Also the idea is, we have freewheel here, but since we have reactor, it doesn't matter with the freewheel, we can always accelerate. So we can stand in front of the finish. And then we even have reactor acceleration, that means we react very quick. Just need to get my car to stop at the right time. Yeah, this is how you do it. This is the solve. This is the by far best strategy on this map. Let's win the last 2 rounds and win the cup with that. You can also get a perfect time with that. I assume. Ah, I cannot win the cup on this map. If I would have found it earlier, it would have been the GG already. But now there's still the chance that someone snipes. And Womfidin is also generally still very close. And Womfidin is of course listening, he knows what I'm doing. Oh, rip. And I didn't get points. Not a single one. Okay, we make it exciting this week. We make it exciting. We are now going back to the first map. The first map, of course, I had a strat. But do I still remember the timing for it? I think we have a warm-up again. I think I remember the timing. But since we have a warm-up, I can just learn it again. Like the warm-up is exactly for that. I was always going too late, no? I would go here. Ah, okay. So now the question is, will someone snipe me with the perfect? Or will I do the perfect myself? Then I'll have the perfect point score. I didn't get a point. Oh, Womfidin got 4? Oh, it's a direct fight. No, too early. Womfidin got 1 point! Isauka can also win now. If we continue to fail. Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Oh. Damn, that got way closer than it had to be. So let's see what one fit-in does. Aha, he goes for this finish. Look, he has a different strategy. Also it's the same strategy for a different finish. He gets 1 point, but Fatinho... Wait, the other guy got 3, they are both on 50 now. But it shows 1 fit-in in second. GG. Now let's have a look at Isauka. I don't know how you want to time it with this car skin. He's doing the tactic where he just tries full run. No, actually not fully. Waits here right before the finish and then goes slowly over it. But you see, it's actually not that easy to hit. But you see, there are so many different tactics for this. Makes 1 point. 3 for Cool Heads. Cool Heads was actually leading for a while. He didn't have great maps then, apparently. I'm actually not sure. You would think that when you have the chance, for example, to park your car exactly on the finish line, that it would be very good, because basically at 20,000 you just tap the brake, acceleration and then bump. But there is one issue with that. The car of course still needs a bit until it really starts driving when you hit a button. That was good, but it is not good enough. 1 point missing also for Isauka. So only Apocalypse Pony, what the name, was not at 49. Wait, I have the local record on this map, from the warm-up. What is Isauka's strat? Tries the full race. Tries to the last finish, basically. Seemingly this is the strat. I mean, people are doing that, and the maps are always built in a way that the last finishes here you reach in 19.5 to 20 seconds. Like, you can reach them in the time. That means, like, if you just drive the normal map, then you know that only like a bit of release will make it, will bring you close, you know? So you can then judge how good was my run, and with that knowledge you can then decide what you do. So you have multiple people doing a similar strat to what I would have done otherwise. So now people finish. It is a 1000 from Manchemore Le Boulet. And it's 3 points for Isauka. Isauka's through. GG. But almost got sniped by Manchemore Le Boulet. Also the problem that I have with, also my setup with I start driving at this very certain point is a really nice setup. But I have one problem with it, and that is when it's not at a fixed second, like at exactly 17 I start driving. I do not find these setups necessarily. Often I have to start at something like 16.6, and that is a little bit difficult to hit perfectly. Yeah, if it would be exactly on the second or a respawn, but he avoids checkpoints, so we don't really have checkpoint usage anymore. But in the early seasons of this cup, there were checkpoints and you could just do a respawn at a certain time. And when that was perfectly was exactly on the second, then it's much easier to hit.